Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for November 7, 2025. I'm your host, Walter. First, in Russia, the government is taking a tough stance on online activity with implications for freedom of expression and digital rights. The Moscow Times reports that Russian prosecutors are seeking a 10-year sentence for jailed Kremlin critic Alexei Navalny in an extremism trial. This development comes as the Russian government cracks down on online dissent. In international news, Kazakhstan is set to join the Abraham Accords, a series of agreements aimed at normalizing ties between Israel and Muslim-majority countries. This move is seen as a boost to President Trump's initiative and reflects Kazakhstan's strategic location and aspirations to become a key player in regional diplomacy. And finally, in a groundbreaking move, the Trump administration has announced a major agreement with pharmaceutical companies Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk to significantly reduce the cost of their obesity medications. This deal is expected to save lives and improve the health of millions of Americans, making these life-changing medications more accessible to those who need them most. These are the top stories for today. We'll be providing in-depth analysis and updates on these developments throughout the day. I'm Walter. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Walter, and shall know what's right now. Firstly, the ongoing government shutdown has led to significant disruptions in air travel, with thousands of flights expected to be impacted due to staffing shortages. American Airlines, United Airlines, and Delta Airlines have announced flight cancellations, affecting several major airports across the country. Travelers are advised to check with their airlines for updates and be prepared for potential delays or cancellations. In international news, tensions have escalated in southern Lebanon after Israeli airstrikes targeted Hezbollah military sites and personnel. The strikes have sparked fears of a renewed conflict between Israel and the Iran-backed Lebanese armed group, despite a ceasefire deal agreed upon last year. The situation remains volatile, with both sides accusing each other of violating the ceasefire agreement. Lastly, in a significant development, a federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to fully fund the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program by Friday, amidst the ongoing government shutdown. The ruling affects approximately 16 million children who are at risk of going hungry due to the lack of SNAP funding for November. The judge's decision is seen as a significant victory for advocates of the SNAP program, which provides essential food assistance to low-income families and individuals. These stories highlight the far-reaching consequences of the government shutdown and the escalating tensions in the Middle East. We will continue to provide updates and analysis on these developing stories throughout the day. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the Altus Group's leadership changes and strategic review update. The company has announced a new CEO, Mike Gordon, who will take over in Q1 2024 and is committed to executing its strategy as an independent entity. This move aims to maximize shareholder value and position the company for growth in the commercial real estate data and analytics space. Next, we discussed the battle for dominance in the institutional finance sector between Bitcoin and XRP. While Bitcoin remains focused on its core principles of simplicity and scarcity, XRP is expanding its technology stack to attract traditional financial institutions. Proponents argue that XRP's increased functionality makes it an attractive option, but critics point out that the competitive bar is rising. Lastly, we touched on Western Union's plans to launch a dollar-backed stablecoin on the Solana blockchain, highlighting the increasing competition in the institutional finance sector. As the landscape continues to shift, investors should remain informed and cautious, focusing on a balanced portfolio that takes into account the unique strengths and weaknesses of each cryptocurrency. Remember, don't just take my word for it, do your own research and stay informed. We'll be keeping a close eye on these developments and bringing you more updates as the story unfolds. Have a great day and happy investing. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. First up, NASA's ESCAPE mission is set to launch its twin satellites, Blue and Gold, which will travel to Mars and create three-dimensional maps of its upper atmosphere, ionosphere, and magnetic fields. This innovative mission will not only provide us with unprecedented insights into our cosmic neighbor, but also pave the way for future human missions to the Martian surface. In another exciting development, physicists have been working on a project to test alternative theories of gravity by studying the environment around black holes. Using advanced models and simulations, researchers have identified small but clear differences in the behavior of gravity around these mysterious objects. While the differences are subtle and will require extensive data collection to confirm, this breakthrough has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of gravity and the universe. Finally, we've been exploring the vast expanse of our universe, from the Event Horizon Telescope's historic capture of a black hole image to the latest discoveries in astrophysics. These stories remind us of the incredible progress being made in the field and the boundless potential for discovery that lies ahead. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a jam-packed show for you today, recapping all the latest news from the world of sports. First off, let's talk baseball. The National League's Silver Slugger Awards have been announced, and it's no surprise that the Los Angeles Dodgers are shining bright. Shohei Ohtani takes home his fourth Silver Slugger Award as a designated hitter, solidifying his case for a third consecutive MVP award. The Chicago Cubs also had a great showing, with Kyle Tucker earning his second Silver Slugger Award in 3 seasons. But it's not all about individual accolades. The Dodgers have been named the National League Team of the Year for the second year running, dominating the league in runs, home runs, walks, OPS, and total bases. And keep an eye out for Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who became the first player in franchise history to enter the 30-30 club. Switching gears to college football, the coaching carousel is heating up. Rumors are swirling around top programs like USC, Penn State, and Florida, with big-name coaches like Lincoln Riley, James Franklin, and Dan Mullen potentially on the move. And don't count out retired coaches like Dave Clawson, Pat Fitzgerald, and Paul Chryst, who might be looking to make a comeback. Last but not least, let's take a look at the ratings for the 2023 World Series. The numbers are in, folks, and it's clear that baseball has still got it going on. The series was a ratings juggernaut, with impressive viewership numbers despite changes in the TV landscape. Tune in throughout the day for more in-depth analysis and updates from the world of sports. And don't forget to catch our evening podcast for even more exciting news and debate. I'm Howard, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. I'm Charles, your trusted companion on journeys through the heart of America and beyond. Firstly, we explored the world of solo travel, speaking with experts like Dr. Charlotte Russell, a clinical psychologist, and travelers like Florence Archery, who have found ways to thrive on their journeys. We delved into the psychological challenges and benefits of traveling alone, emphasizing the importance of understanding one's own needs and boundaries. Next, we took a detour to Spain, where the spread of bird flu has prompted the Agriculture Ministry to confine poultry indoors from November onwards. This move reflects a delicate balance between nature, health, and economy, and we acknowledge the hard-working individuals who dedicate their lives to bringing fresh produce to our tables. Lastly, we wove these stories together, celebrating the dignity of ordinary work and the beauty of everyday life. We recognize the significance of local practices, traditions, and customs that underpin rural life in Spain and beyond. The power of individual stories reminds us of our shared humanity and the importance of taking care of one another and the creatures that share our planet. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. We've got a fabulous roundup of celebrity news and fashion highlights from the past few days. First up, Meghan Markle is making headlines with her return to acting. Yes, you heard that right. The Duchess of Sussex is set to appear on screen again, and we can't wait to see what she's been working on. Next, Demi Moore stunned on the red carpet at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in a show-stopping Balenciaga look, complete with those infamous elbow-length opera gloves. Talk about making a fashion statement. And finally, it's been a summer of love for many celebrity couples. From Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's lavish Venice wedding to Allison Williams and Alexander Draymond's intimate June ceremony, we're giving you the scoop on all the A-list nuptials. Plus, Spice Girls star Mel B, Yellowstone's Josh Lucas, and singer Charlie XCX have all tied the knot in recent weeks. That's a quick wrap of our top stories for today. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, our top story takes us to the fascinating world of seabirds, where research has revealed the crucial role that seabirds play in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. These incredible creatures are often overlooked, but they have a significant impact on the health of our oceans and planet. In other news, the Kinabatangan River Corridor in Malaysia has been designated a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, offering new hope for conservation efforts in the region. This prestigious recognition is expected to bring about a new era of sustainable development and protection for some of Asia's most endangered species, including orangutans, proboscis monkeys, and pygmy elephants. And finally, a shocking study has uncovered the devastating impact of climate change on Amazonian lakes, where hundreds of dolphins have died due to soaring water temperatures. This tragic event serves as a stark reminder of the urgent need for action to reduce our carbon footprint and protect these fragile ecosystems for future generations. These stories remind us of the importance of conservation, sustainable development, and addressing the climate crisis. We'll be exploring these topics in more depth throughout the week, And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.